Hi, I'm Randy at Kentville Toyota, and this is the 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser, first edition. So let's have a look at it. So on the front of this specific trim level of the vehicle as the first edition, you'll notice that we have the round headlights. Most of the other trims have a more conventional square headlight. This one is more reminiscent of the headlights that would have been on the first edition back X number of years ago when Toyota first introduced the Land Cruiser to the market. The technology in this vehicle, again very similar to most of the Toyotas, is that it does have the front-facing sonar for safety, for proximity, for parking, those kinds of things. You don't get the traditional hybrid Signia that we're used to on a lot of our hybrid vehicles, but this is a hybrid drivetrain. This is the one of the first iterations of the new iForce Max that we've gotten on our vehicles. Our first vehicle that came in with this drivetrain was the 2024 Toyota Tacoma. This is the 24 Land Cruiser, arrived here a couple of weeks later. But again, it's the iForce Max drivetrain, which is different than our conventional hybrids, is that yes, it still gives you great fuel economy when you consider this as a fully equipped, very, very durable truck that we can go off-road with. Incredibly off-road worthy, but again, still hybrid, great fuel economy for what it'll do, but this is not a Prius and don't expect Prius fuel economy. So let's go have a look at the side. So here we are on the side of the vehicle, and just for all of you, this is my first go through this vehicle. It's been here for a couple of days. I've not sat in it. I've really paid no attention to it. So initially, the eye is, this is a beautiful car. I love the two-tone. I'm a really big fan of this particular blue with the gray roof. Looks great. The OEM roof rack comes standard feature on the vehicle. Again, looks really good with the rugged vehicle. The matte black wheels, the Michelins, I couldn't ask for better. These ones I believe are called rock rails, so these are not running boards. If you're going to pay this kind of money for this and you want to go off-roading, you want to go climb rocks with it, good for you. I'm not doing that, but if you do, that'll protect your sills from getting ripped off on the rocks. Everybody can do with their vehicle what they want as long as it's legal and once they've paid for it. I don't care what you do with it. So on this side, again, typical Toyota fashion, keyless entry on this one. Does come with the intelligent key. Touch the door handle, it'll unlock. You can swipe to lock, relock. The Toyota mirrors, very conventional. Again, taking this one through the trees, you can do that. It's got collapsing mirrors that you won't rip off because I expect these are more than $30 to fix. It does give you a heated mirror and also gives you your blind spot monitoring. Warning is in that mirror as well and lets you know what's in your blind spots. Because of the size of this truck, you do have some blind spots in it, as you're going to with any really large SUV like this. So that is built into the mirror. You do have a turn signal visible out here, which I like for both on the highway, parking lots, anything. People are going to see what your intentions are for turning. That's a nice feature. Gas door obviously locks from the inside because I can't just pop it open. I'm going to guess that the release for this is on the floor, as it is in most Toyotas, and I'm wrong. It's actually somewhere where I can't find it. Now that the gas door is actually open from the little button on the dash beside the steering wheel, this one's been undercoated, so it's a gooey mess. That's a good thing if you're going to keep this thing for 30 years like most of you are. So yeah, locking the gas door, obviously, as there is with most vehicles today. Let's go around to the back of the vehicle, see what that looks like inside, because again, this is my first time through. I have no idea what we're about to see. Come on. So here we are at the back of the vehicle. Nice big tail light. I like that. Obviously, it's got rear-facing sonar, again, for parking, just so you're not going to back into things. I'm going to assume this lunch box sitting here is to cover up the receiver for the trailer hitch. I haven't seen behind it yet. Lots of comments on that. Probably put your comments in the comments on this video. Tell me what you think of it. I'm hoping there's something useful under that because it's not the prettiest thing in the world. This, lovingly enough, this reminds me of a 1985 Tercel wagon with the four-wheel drive. So I'm not sure if that's meant to make homage to the old Tercel four-wheel drive wagons, but that's what it reminds me of. I like this. It's got a nice big glass. Let's see how. Oh, it opens, so we have a power hatch. I assumed it was a power hatch, but I've never seen it work, so here we are. So this vehicle has quite a high floor. It's my first impression. Again, this is a hybrid, so battery and drivetrain does take up some space, so a little higher floor than I was expecting. There is a storage space right there. Obviously that is got clips that hold it in place so it comes off easily for some quick storage, for tie downs, grocery bags, whatever you're doing with this. Lots of good usable cargo space. Yeah, what else have we got here? Good lighting. I like the LED lighting. This is nice. Oh, this is a neat feature that Toyota has just come out with for the 2024 moving forward, is that traditionally on these tailgates, again, programmable like it is on all Toyotas with the power lift gate. This one used to be just open and close, but as we evolve, they've added this lovely button. So on most of our older vehicles, you had to lock this, and as you're walking away, you had to wait in a parking lot and do this about 100 times until the door closed so you could actually lock your vehicle. With that button on the newer generations, and thank God it's here, this one you press, closes the rear lift gate, and then it locks the vehicle. So that you can press one button, walk away, and it locks behind you. I think that's a nice feature. So let's see how quickly this closes. Again, that's a nice change. Our previous SUVs, those hatches actually went down much slower than that. So magically there's a button that unlatches the window, and away you go. The rear window does open. Good rear window defrost, which I can see. That's a pretty nice feature for pass through, but I'm gonna guess if you're going down the road and you try to have this open, it's gonna warn you that you're doing something very unsafe, as it should. So we'll close that back up. And what else do I see? Well, the new iForce Max, that's the new insignia for Toyota's hybrids. New symbol has changed. The iForce Max, as I said, this is the combination of, this drivetrain is hybrid, but again, it's not as it was in our passenger vehicles. This actually puts the electric drive system onto the driveline. So it's in sequence with the transmission and the gas engine. So when you need torque, you need power, it comes on and gives you that without either A, needing more displacement, or B, needing a diesel engine or anything. Is that you get torque out of this vehicle much like you would with a small diesel engine, without any of the downsides of the diesel with the emissions, you know, $500 oil changes, all that foolishness. So again, still a conventional Toyota drivetrain with the hybrid matched in, gives you good fuel economy considering how much power you can get out of this vehicle. So let's have a look at the other side and see what else we can see on this. Okay, so here we are, driver's door is open. First thing I see is a really nice big usable pocket on the door. I like that. I carry a very ridiculously large water bottle that I know would fit there and not cause any damage. I see lumbar support, I see up, down, forward, so we've got an 8-way, at least an 8-way power driver's seat. I see perforation, so obviously this has air conditioned and heated seats again. A whole host of buttons here on the dash. Auto headbeams. How about high beams? Headlights, high beam headlights. Switch here, frontal collision avoidance warning. Fog lights are on. It's got 12 volt AC, which I'm assuming is in the back, and I didn't see back there, but obviously it's back there. Power lift gate button, fuel door button, and it also has a trailer towing feature where you can change the alignment of something. I have no idea what you're going to change, but it has two adjustments there if you're towing a trailer. Somebody, again, who knows more than I do will tell you how that works. I'm not going to because I don't know. So when I get in, what do I see? I love the steering wheel. I like that it's kind of octagonal. It's very, very truck-like. It reminds me of the new Tundra, which I actually have been able to spend a little bit of time in. Multiple settings, obviously, on the transmission and the stability system of this vehicle. Multiple different drive modes here for the driver. There's a button for that. Oh, I see a volume button that is strangely placed, but I like it. Right here where I would naturally see it in a vehicle that is not new. Probably this is kind of a flashback to the vehicle when it originally came out, when you would have had a dial for something. I see JBL speakers, which I like. That'll sound good. Sunroof's open to give us a little light so you can actually see me do this. Nice big screen. Let's see. Wireless charging like you see in most of our newer vehicles now. Good storage there. Yeah, so let's close the door and see what happens when I hit the power button. Okay, so somebody short was here. So it's warning me that I haven't actually started the vehicle and all the doors are open. So as I have seen on many of the newer Toyotas, we have a programmable switch on the door for 2 different drivers. Again, set the steering wheel and the seat configuration for you is programmable. I see 3 USB ports. One apparently looks like a data link. The other 2 are for charging. You can change the view of the camera. I can see that. It does have an electric power brake that most people are not used to on Land Cruisers, because the first ones probably had a great big cable here that you would have pulled up on that's gone. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Thank goodness there were people here to yell that to me because I had just drawn a blank. So Android Auto is wireless, as it is in most of the new Toyotas now. I see a heated steering wheel. I see radar cruise control. All the systems here very familiar with us with the newer Toyotas. Yeah, I guess maybe that well, let's get the seat really where I want it, and then let's go to the back and see how I fit back there, again behind someone who's roughly 5'10", to see how comfortable it is for the passengers behind. Okay, so here we are. I'm coming in from the passenger side in the rear. First thing I see is that there's a what are these called? Rock rail. I can see a rock rail that I can use as a running board. I can step on it if I want to. I don't really need to. It is round. It's a little slippery. Again, this is the first edition, so it comes with a rock rail. The other trims I know do not come with a rock rail. They come with a more conventional running board. I see a JBL speaker, which is good for the rear passenger. So let's hop in here and see what I see. So, oh, this is nice. Okay, first impressions are I could sleep here. Again, I shouldn't because I'm at work, but again, you could sleep here quite nicely. Armrest. Again, 2 good-sized cup holders with little tension springy things in them to keep your cup centered so it doesn't spill. Seating surface is nice. Again, I can tell by looking at this that this is a perforated seat cushion again, so it's got heated and cooled seats in here for your rear passengers. I've got tons of room for leg room. Again, 5'10" driver, 5'10" behind. Again, I don't have the longest legs, I have a long torso. So again, I've got lots of headroom here and lots of leg room. So you could be a couple inches taller in any dimension here and still be quite comfortable. I see climate control features here where I can control the temperature, fan speeds, all those good things. I've got 2 USB-C charging ports, as well as a secondary aux port that you could plug in an adapter for another cooler or something that you may have in the back. Seat pocket, rear seat pockets for maps or, I don't know, flat sandwiches. I have no idea what we're going to put in there, but something. Sunroof stops. I'm a little surprised by this, but again, with this massive rack that is on the top of the vehicle, it would make no sense for me to look up through a glass roof and see the bottom of a suitcase or my skis or snowboard or spare tire, whatever you want to put up there. So yeah, pretty impressed with the space back here. The headroom is nice. I like the LED lighting. It actually complements the color of the leather. It's quite nice. No complaints back here. Again, nice nice big cup holder, big pocket on the door. That's quite user friendly for your rear passengers. And yeah, so overall, oh, this is interesting. There is actually a vent here in the top of the vehicle for more air circulation. So you don't just get it at your feet, you also get it up here nice and high, that's a nice feature. I like that. That way you're not just trying to cool your backside, you can cool your top side too. Okay. So I guess that's it for the interior opinion. So let's go have a look under the hood and I'll pretend to know what's under there too. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to figure out how to open the hood on this vehicle as I have on some others. Again, my first time through, so it may take me an hour or so. Just give me a second. Oh, clearly marked, which is nice. That makes it easier for me. So quick release. And oh, look at that. Found it first try. Well, no, I didn't. I found it second try. So, okay. Prop rod. I was not expecting that. I thought there would be hydraulic pistons here to open this. Obviously, I was mistaken. First impression from the front, now that the lights are on, I love the yellow fog lights. That's a nice touch. Again, I don't know anything about what's going on in here. I'm not going to pretend to. I know this is a 4-cylinder. I think it's a 2.5 liter turbocharged engine. The hybrid drive system is there. I can see the high voltage cables. I can see where to check my oil. That's pretty well easily marked out for anyone. I know where the washer fluid goes because it's visually indicated, no problem there. Expansion tank. I know this vehicle's been undercoated. We live in Atlantic, Canada. Everything rusts, even Toyotas, given enough time. So this one's been undercoated. We always recommend that. It doesn't have to be hours, but it should be done. I don't care if you smear honey on your vehicle, you gotta do something in our climate. So, yeah, the only surprise is the prop rod. Again, this is our new hybrid drivetrain. So again, this, if I press start, it is not going to sit here and hum like a Prius. The gas engine is going to start no matter what. There are conditions with this drivetrain where you can be going down the road and the gas engine will not be running, but it's extremely rare. You're asking for heat, AC, you know, the voltage is low. It is not going to run like a conventional hybrid. Again, it's going to give you awesome fuel economy compared to our competitors that are not running hybrids and putting out this kind of torque and horsepower. So I think that's a good blend. And again, with Toyota's hybrid drivetrain, with our history, this should not be a mystery to anyone. Lexus has been using these turbocharged drivetrains before we ever got them. So tried and true, not really scared of this, even though it's a new production. I do love the look of this vehicle. I'm just gonna close it and have another look here. First impressions. So this legitimately is my first time across this vehicle because it's the first one we've ever had. My first impression is I love the look of this car. I'm really impressed. I can't fault it. The seats were really comfortable. The dash is nice and clean. It's well laid out. Again, I am driving an 8-year-old Toyota as my daily driver. It is a generation behind this, but as soon as I got in, it felt like home. It feels like a Toyota. I haven't been able to drive this on the road, but I did get a chance to drive one of these hybrid drivetrains in a Tacoma. Very happy with it, lots of power. Again, I'll have further opinion when we have one of these I can actually drive because this is owned by a customer already, so we're not gonna put miles on somebody else's car. So first impression, again, really like it. I love the look of the tires and wheels. I love the look of the vehicle. Like most Toyota owners, I'm price conscious. This is an extreme price, but when I compare what this vehicle is capable of compared to our main competitors in the market, which are domestic predominantly, bang for your buck, even this being the top trim and the top price, I'll guarantee you this will be worth more when it's 3 years old than our competitors who have a similar off-road vehicle with big tires and big wheels. The drivability is definitely there. The name brand, between this on the front, which reminds me of an FJ Cruiser, strangely enough, which we can't get anymore. But I think the durability is going to be here and the resale value is going to be here, and it should be a hoot to drive. So again, I'm Randy from Kentville Toyota. Thanks for your time. Oh yeah, and subscribe.